Hey everybody, and welcome on in to the second edition of Around the Horn. This week, I caught up with players of the game, and Coach Daryl Maxwell showed me a thing or two about yard work in Spillane Field. Welcome on in to Coop's Corner. I'm Megan O'Brien, and I'm joined by the manager of the Wareham Gatemen, manager Cooper Ferris. And Coop, it's been a different week for the Gatemen this week. Lots of improvements, but they're still working out the kinks. What is your impression on their progress this past week?
Well, we're still working. We're getting a better feel for what each guy can do, and the big thing right now, I think, is our starting pitching needs to get a little deeper in the ball games. We're having to go to the bullpen really early. We do have them on a pitch count, and we need to minimize the pitch count a little bit early and see if we can't string out some, because we're getting really thin out there in the bullpen and having to use so many guys every game. So right now, that's our big priority, and trying to get the starting pitchers to go a little deeper and minimize their pitch counts early.
Now, we saw that in the doubleheader, especially when you need extra arms and you're playing two games. It's not the easiest thing when a starting pitcher has a rough outing, but when do you anticipate to kind of have a set pitching rotation and a batting rotation to kind of match it?
Well, right now these kids come up here to play, and we're trying to do that. Again, like I said, we're still learning what each guy can do. I told you last week, it's like turning over a card. You don't know what you got till you turn it over, and we're getting a handle on it and trying to get a set pattern going. But we lost. We had 6 starting pitchers back in May, 1st of May, and 5 of those guys aren't here. So it makes things a lot difficult for us. We had a broken ankle and a broken rib, and Team USA got one, and then one got hurt in the College World Series. So we're basically trying to refurbish our pitching and trying to get a grasp on who can do what, because we're using guys now as starters that we were going to relieve with. So it's been a mess right now, but Coach Lawler's doing a good job with that, and we're trying to work with him to get him some help, and so hopefully we'll catch a break here in the next week or two when Team USA breaks camp, and we'll be able to maybe get some guys that can give us a little more length in their starts. But it's part of it, and it seemed like we've had the bad luck the last 2 years, and the year before we won it. So it's all about the luck of the draw right now, and we're trying to work as hard as we can to alleviate the problems that we have.
Now, it seems like this team, when they're on, they're all on, and when they're off, they really can't get anything going. And the offense is great when the pitching is great, and when the offense struggles, the pitching struggles as well. How do you, as the manager of the team, make adjustments for that to kind of get everybody on the same page at the same time?
Well, again, you don't know what they're going to do right now. You don't have enough knowledge of how they're going to compete. Most of the pitchers have been out there 2 times now, and usually the first time they're all jacked up and trying to throw 500 miles an hour and not staying within themselves. So really, you don't really see what you have until the 3rd or 4th time you see them. And hopefully each guy's going to settle in and get comfortable and do what they do, and what's made them successful up to this point. A lot of times they come up here, it's a prestigious league. You're playing with the best guys in the country, and you try to put on a show, and you don't need to do that. You need to stay within yourself and just play. And the other night, it seemed like you're talking about when our hitters aren't on, we've been swinging the bats pretty well. We're leading the league in a lot of offensive categories right now, knock on wood, but hopefully these guys are all working and trying. But usually when the hitters get shut down, it's because the other team's got a really good arm out there with 3 pitches that's around the zone, and the umpires are giving them what they need, and it's just, that's a lot about who's on the mound for the other team. Now with our guys, again, I think most of our problems have been guys trying to do too much, and we're trying to settle them in and trying to get our pitching, to where they understand that walks kill you in this league, and especially when they're mixed in with 3 or 4 hits that inning. So that's what happened to us the other night, and at Orleans it happened to us, and the defenders have to understand, the defense has to understand that we've got to minimize mistakes out there, because every mistake they make is 4 more pitches for the pitcher to throw, or 5 more pitches for him to throw. So it kind of eats into our bullpen. So we're trying to minimize everything. We can't play for them. It's just about them settling in, doing the job. So that's the biggest thing. We try to teach them and tell them, but they've got to at some point do it.
Now Nick Hellman-Darris has missed the past several games. Just how important is it for those guys like Willie Calhoun and Blair Beck to be able to take on that role as the first baseman? And Nick is a very talkative guy, so it's a big role to fill. So how important is it for a guy like Willie, who's never played first base before, to step up and fulfill Nick's role?
Well, Willie's an athlete, and he's right now he's one of our good hitters, and he's our leadoff guy, and he generally gets the ball rolling for us. And so we have to have him in the lineup, and basically moved him over there to get as many bats in the lineup as we could. And he said he could do it. He said he played third, and first and second and short. So he's done it all. He even told us the other night he could pitch. So he's just a good athlete, and he just likes to play. And you really don't want to do that with guys, because you want them to get in a situation where they're comfortable and stay one place and do what they do. But we were forced with Nick's problem with his throat to do those things, and Nick was a vocal leader. He's the guy in the clubhouse that keeps everything hopping, and he's a great kid, and he's a good baseball player, and I thought he was coming into his own, when he went down. So hopefully we'll have him back, and hopefully he'll get healthy quick and be ready to go. But we have some relief coming. Danny Rosenbaum, who was with us last year, is here now, and he'll play tonight. And so hopefully we won't have to mix and match too much over there at first base like we've been doing.
Now you said new relief coming. 3 Louisville players just joined the team this week. How have they fit in with the team and gelled with the team's chemistry so far?
Awesome. We Drew threw a great game the other day. We threw 5 innings for us, which is what we need, and he'd just come in the day before, so that was kind of surprising. Stayed with himself and mixed 3 pitches, and Corey brings a lot to the table. Need to get some hits out of him. Again, they get here, they want to show what they can do, instead of just settling in and playing and trying to win ball games. But he's a great athlete, and was drafted by the White Sox. And then Danny, of course, was with us last year. He hit 310 at Louisville this year, playing first and third, so mostly at first. But we're glad he's back, and hopefully he'll bring some life to our lineup also.
All right, well, thank you so much for joining us today, Coop. I wish you the best of luck with this week's performance and look forward to catching up with you again next week.
We need to string something together this week. Thanks.
The Gatemen were back at home for 4 games at Spillane Field this week. The Bats got going against Hyannis and Falmouth. They cranked out 25 hits, but they left 21 runners on base, and they ended up losing both of those games.
He told us before the season began, offense is the reason he's here. And he lines this one into the right center field gap. DeLuzio going back, and that'll one-hop the wall. In comes Blake Lacey, and Willie Calhoun has tied this game up at 2. The second baseman from Arizona lifts this high and deep to right field. Going back is DeLuzio, still going back, and that's off the wall. Calhoun racing around first into second easily with a stand-up double off the fence, just missing a home run. Hellman-Darris blasts this one out to right, into the corner. That'll get down and go off the wall. Calhoun jogs in easily to score, and Nick Halamandaris has an RBI double here with 2 outs in the first.
Gets set, the 1-0. This one is going to be lined over the head of shortstop Newman and into left field for a base hit. Rounding third and heading home is Halamandaris. He's going to score easily as there's no throw to home as it goes to the cutoff man Newman. That's going to be an RBI single, third hit of the day for Chinea.
Labazetta back to the hill. Lacey skies it to center field, going back, and that'll get down into the gap and roll toward the wall. Lacey into second. Had the sign up, I think, to go to third, but he slams on the brakes at second. Still a leadoff double, but I think he was getting waved to third.
Back at home for a doubleheader against Chatham on Sunday. Wareham started slowly and the Bats went silent in Game 1, but in Game 2 they came alive, highlighted by some clutch hitting from Andrew Kisner, Kyrie Washington, and then a huge home run from Blair Beck.
But of the top 5 bats in the lineup, he's the only one. Hits this to third base. Kisner on the line, a long throw, and it's in time. Andrew Kisner with a beauty for the second out of the first.
Harrington deals as the runner takes off for third. Swing and a miss. Chris Shaw out in front of that slider there. He is going to take a seat.
It made him throw 5 more pitches in the first inning.
This one is hit into deep center field, backing up is Fraley. That one's going to be over his head and roll all the way to the wall. Rounding first and heading for second is Calhoun. He'll be there standing up. The 1-2 pitch. Going outside, strike 3, got him down looking. That slider, once again, has been really on for Harrington in the early goings here.
Swung at the first pitch he saw in the second inning here in Game 2. Grounded out to the second baseman, Kevin Fagan. The lift and the pitch. This is blasted out to deep left center field. On the move is Moore. Going back, and that'll get down to the fence. In comes Willie Calhoun. Jake Little right behind him. 2-0 Wareham on the RBI double from Andrew Kisner. Washington waves the bat around, cycles it through his hands. The 2-0 home. Swinging a line drive into left center field. That'll fall for a hit. Calhoun comes in to score. They're going to try to get Aldridge in. The throw is cut off, and it's 4-1 Wareham on the base hit from Kyrie Washington.
The 2-1. This one is going to be lifted deep into left field. Backing up is Moore, and this is over the wall. Gone. Home run, Blair Beck. Blair Beck with an absolute bomb to left field, giving the Gatemen a 4-run lead as they're now up 7-3.
He got the save. He looked very sharp. He's been good so far this summer.
This one is going to be chopped. One hops to Brock. Throw all the way across the diamond. Got him. So the Gatemen hang on by 1 run to win this game by a final score of 7-6.
Wareham defeated the Anglers 7-6 to take Game 2 of the doubleheader, and they finished the week at 4-8. The Gatemen will look to surge up the standings this week.
Jake Little is just one of 3 Cape Cod Baseball League players to have multiple home runs. And Jake, what does that feel like to you to come into the Cape League and immediately take over control offensively?
You know, it's a great league, and I'm just trying to do my best, and I've had success so far, and hopefully I can keep having more success to get us out of the slump. And you know, it's just an honor to be up here.
Now you talk about this slump. What helps you get through this slump at the batter's box?
Really, I mean, we're doing pretty good offensively. We just got to keep hitting the ball, and you know, good things will start falling for us, and good things will start happening for us. But you know, we just got to keep hitting the ball and not lose confidence.
Now, Coop told me that what he's been trying to work with you guys is shortening the swings. How has your adjustment been to that coaching tip by Coop?
It's been a great adjustment. I've been working on that since day one, since I got here, and it's really proven for me, and I think it's helped everyone else too. And you know, like we said, we're getting a lot of hits a game, and you know, eventually we'll start getting some wins from it.
All right, thanks, Jake, for joining us, and best of luck to you today.
Thank you.
Mike Monaco here with Wareham outfielder Charlie Warren. And Charlie, interesting matchup here tonight. You go up against a high school teammate, a college teammate, Falmouth starting pitcher Kevin McCanna. Let's just kind of start out. You had a great high school team at the Woodlands High School in Texas. He was a part of that. You were a part of it. What's life like there? Because you guys have produced a lot of college players and a lot of players at the collegiate level and the professional level.
At the Woodlands, we just go out there and play, and a lot of good athletes come out of the Woodlands, and Kevin McKenna is one of them.
What has the transition been like for you to go from there to Rice, because you go from high-level high school baseball to the college level at the highest level as well?
Well, at first it was kind of difficult transitioning from high school to college, but you learn the speed of the game and just work with it.
Couple other Rice Owls on the other side too, and from years past, Zach Lamont and Leon Bird's on the Falmouth team as well. What have you heard from them about life in the Cape League before you came down here?
They said it was a lot of fun, a lot of competition. Zach Lamont is going to MLB, and Leon Bird's playing second for them right now.
And then looking forward to tonight's matchup. Kevin McKenna gets the ball like we said. What's the scouting report on the righty?
He has a great changeup, great slider, and be looking for a 93, 94 fastball.
All right, you heard it from Charlie. With Charlie Warren, I'm Mike Monaco.
I'm joined by Willie Calhoun. Willie, before yesterday, you never played first base before. What was it like to fill in that role?
It was different, I played it in high school for fun, just as a joke, but it was for fun. I actually did kind of well, I think, as a non-first baseman, but it was different definitely than second base. It's a lot harder than you think, especially with picking the ball, and I didn't stay on the bag to get the out, so it was different, but it was fun though.
Now, how important is it for you to be able to make those quick adjustments and fill in for your teammates when they're not feeling so well to play their original roles?
It's different. It's harder for me because I know I can play multiple positions, but it was definitely different to adjust from first to second, or from second to first, but yeah.
Now that the adjustment's been made from second to first, what do you think the future holds for making adjustments elsewhere on the field?
I try to be an athlete at all positions. They're all different. I just try to be out here and have fun and play all the positions I can.
All right, thanks so much for joining us today, Willie, and good luck. I'm joined by Kramer Robinson. Kramer, since you've arrived here in the Cape, you've been playing very dominant offensively. What has really been working for you in the batter's box?
I'm having fun. It's a lot of fun here, and it's a relaxed atmosphere, and the coaches are nice, and so I'm enjoying myself, and it's showing on the field.
What's it like playing with your teammate, Chris Chenea? You guys kind of goof around a little bit off the field. What's it like to be on the field with him?
Well, I got to play with him all fall and all spring, so I know what he's thinking. I think that he knows what I'm thinking sometimes, so I think he trusts me on his throwdowns to second base, that I'll pick him up if he makes a bad throw, which doesn't happen often because he's a really good catcher. So he's a good catcher, and I enjoy playing with him.
Now, I'm sure you get this all the time, but your mother, Kim Mulkey, coach of Baylor women's basketball, what's it like being her son?
And there's always been a spotlight on me. Everything I've done is magnified, so but I like it. I take it as a compliment when people always compare me to her and compare everything I do. I'll never be as cool as she is, that's for sure, but it's an honor to be her son, and I'm blessed.
All right, thanks so much for joining us, Kramer, and best of luck to you today.
Thank you.
Hey everybody, and welcome on into this special segment of Around the Horn. We're just waiting on Coach Maxwell to come out, but he's going to show me a thing or two about how to do field maintenance here at Spillane Field. Should be out any minute. Stay with us. I'm joined with the man behind the beauty of Spillane Field, Coach Maxwell. Coach, what goes into beautifying Spillane?
Well, basically every day we need to drag the infield, rake out the baselines, rake out pitcher's mound and the two bullpens, clean up the garbage in the dugouts all around the field, under the bleachers. So this goes on every day.
And you're going to show me today a little bit of the art behind raking and just taking care of the field. So why don't we just jump right in and get started?
Excellent, that's good. First thing is raking the baselines, and you go up and down, not across, because if you go across, you're going to get the stone dust on the grass, and it kills the grass. So we go up and down, just rake out any cleat marks and things, keep it smooth.
All right. Am I doing okay?
You're doing outstanding. Outstanding. I think maybe tomorrow we'll have you come work with the boys.
All right.
Okay, and then the other thing, what happens with people running the bases is you get the stone dust on the grass, and it kills the grass, and you get these big humps. So then we have a kid every day that comes and just sweeps the edge of the grass, make sure all the stone dust is off it.
All right, let's see.
It's almost like housework.
It is. This is like chores.
But I don't let my wife know that I do it because she makes lists, and I tell her don't bother because I don't have time.
All right, what's next?
Okay, so this we do every day.
Every day, okay.
We do it every day. And then same thing at home plate. Home plate and pitcher's mound are basically the same. We just rake this out, make that look nice.
All right, let me... You know, I caddy, so this is a lot like the sand traps.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, so this every day we have the game mound, 2 bullpen mounds in the visitors bullpen, and our 2 bullpen mounds down in right field. Okay, next. Then we have to pick up trash.
Oh, everybody's favorite, huh?
Well, it's not bad because we have our little teeny grabber. So we use this and go down in the dugouts.
Oh, these boys can't clean up after themselves, huh?
Absolutely, absolutely. Wow. Boom.
Well, look at that.
Yeah, look at that. It makes it all so easy.
It saves the back, you know.
Yeah, that's right, that's right. And so...
Got some wrappers here?
You got some wrappers here, yeah, excellent.
Yeah.
And so both dugouts, under the bleachers, all around the area, behind the fence. Be amazed how much paper and stuff appear overnight even.
Yeah.
Okay, behind home plate, this area, the, oh, my mind's gone blank on me. The warning track in right field, warning track in left field, visitors bullpen. You get grass in it. So this hula hole just goes under the grass and we rake that all out.
Oh, okay.
Okay? And that's not bad. So what I do basically every other day, I have the kids come and hula hole, and then they keep it, don't go quite as deep. If you can go on top and get right under it.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a deep one.
That is a deep one, wow.
You know, so try to keep it, we try to keep it picked up so when we have home games, it looks nice. The last thing is dragging the infield.
Uh-huh.
You're going to get to
I'm going to get to drive the gator.
Yeah. You want to start?
Sure.
Yep, and forward. Yep, first we go right along the edge of the infield.
Okay.
I might have a new field worker.
Well, I'll start tomorrow, but you know, thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome.
For this special segment, Coach Max.
The last thing was after I drag, then the people, you'll see the players and Coach Lawler coming behind me watering it.
All right. Well, thank you so much for those special tips on how to keep the field beautified.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thanks so much for joining us on this episode of Around the Horn. Be sure to stay with us for next week's episode where we'll have all of your Gatemen updates and a special inside scoop with Mary Chaplin, the director of Host Families. Have a good night, everybody.